Shalom. This is Sincere Milk of Yahawasap, Lion's Den. I camp out with Lion's Den, Hawan Ben Yashawal in Jacksonville, Florida. First, I like to give a prayer to the Father, to the Son, to the elders, to the Archons, and to the women and children. Kal Halayim La Yahweh Bahashem Yahawashai. Bahashem Ha Roka Kwadash Mahamav. In the name of Yahawashai, in spirit and holy and truth. Double honors to the elders of GMS. Double honors to my elder Hawan. Salutation to the Archons who are on the four corners of the earth in sincerity and truth. And to the women and children, Shalom. Okay, well, this came through the phone. WEF caught lying about their plans to control our bank account, right? That's Clinton Morris. Let's see what they're going to talk about, but it sounds like they're getting more announcing about what they're going to do with the banks. Let's not forget what they call that again? FedNow already said that by 2023 they want to activate it, right? So once they get into that digital currency where they're going to control every aspect of our life, right? At first they're saying that, go sign up, okay? But eventually it's going to kick in, right? Where they're going to make it mandatory. All right, let me play a little bit of this. And the title of this lesson is called Dark Winter is Coming. Here we go.
Cyber attack, climate change, and cyber pandemic programming have a ripple effect, it says. It hints at a solution, a ripple, XRP, maybe. But definitely a digital currency, right? And their own way to control it. The gist of the platform is that and they actually, the WEF rolled out their own platform on poverty, which is about the financial inclusion. So you can read this right on the World Economic Forum's website. The gist of this platform is that we can remove poverty if you give us control of your money. Don't use cash.
Oh yes, this absolutely.
Like the people that hide money under your mattress, guess what? You will not be able to hide money anywhere in this system. Like you will not be able to hide a penny.
No, we will control it all. We don't want you to have any, you're going to go to a garage sale on the weekend. None of that. Sorry, that's out the window. You're not going to do any of that. You will literally tap and pay. We'll make sure that those people have, point of sale things at the garage sale so you can just tap your device, right? This is why we need gold and silver. This is why we need tangible assets, guys, because they are coming for it. So in this piece, how financial inclusion can help lift people out of poverty at the World Economic Forum, and they specifically point to women. They say financial inclusion, including access to digital financial services, is an important policy objective because it helps people manage their money better. Accounts give you greater control over your money, your financial life. It empowers women.
In fact, this was part of the narrative that Bill Clinton went around the press this weekend talking about at his Clinton Global Initiative. And he said some of the best things that we've done here at the Clinton Global Initiative to help progress in, third world countries is we give these microfinancing to women with their businesses.
Right.
And that providing them with these loans really helps to lift up an entire economy, lifts them out of poverty, right? But these microloans, guess who gets to track them? Guess who makes money on them, right? This was a big part of his message, which, again, most of the Western media let him say with full access platforms on the airwaves this weekend.
Yeah, and of course, no contradictory statements or no pressing him on this. Oh, 1 billion people are in poverty and 1 billion people don't have access to banks. What if we could control all of those people by giving them a digital bank account that we control?
Oh, and debt, right?
Yeah, and that's how we keep Africa and all these other countries in poverty is with the IMF and making sure that they're in loan and debt to us.
You're missing a huge point, though. You're missing the biggest
point.
Like, how are we ever going to... It's going to be a sacrifice to tax the wealthy. That's the only way we can do it, is by these microtransactions.
Yeah.
Because we know that the bulk of... Yeah, exactly. Again, The IRS getting 86,000 new agents at the IRS. It's not to go after the wealthy. It's to go after poor people. That's exactly what it's about.
Okay, let me leave it at that. So you can see that things are moving pretty fast, right? And, by this winter, 2022, prices are going to be going up, okay? Gas, electricity, water, rent, food, okay? And what better way to, by next year, the Fed now to bring in its digital currency, right? Which people, at first they will take it voluntarily, not knowing that the trap is for them then to come out and say, well, you need to also to take the MOTB, right? And if you deny not doing that, when they make a mandate on top of that, they can say, well, then, you can't buy, you can't pay your bills. How about that, right? Okay, I want to go to the lesson, Matthew chapter 24, verse 20 to 22. But pray ye that your flight be not in the winter, neither on the Sabbath day. Verse 21. For them shall be, what happened here? Slakia. For them shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time, nor ever shall be. Verse 22. And except those days be shortened, there shall no flesh be saved. But for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened. Okay? And the elects are the 144,000 chosen elect, okay, as well as 1/3. I hope and pray, I hope and pray that I be part of that elect, right, as well as my elder, his camp as well, the Akims, okay? Because we see so much of wickedness. Now the government mafia wants to be your daddy, wants to decide what you can buy, what you can buy, where you can go, where you cannot go, right? I mean, they have reached the point of greediness to a high level. Take it to Isaiah chapter 65. Give me a minute. 65, chapter 6, verse 8. Thus said Yahweh, as the new wine is found in the cluster, and one says, destroy it not, for a blessing is in it, so will I do for my servants' sake, that I may not destroy them all. Okay? So 144,000 chosen elect and 1/3, okay, are going to be saved. Right? Yes, some of us are going to be taken to FEMA camp. Right? Some of us are going to be beheaded, beaten and abused. Okay? But because we will not bow down to this wicked system when that time comes, that's why he will rise us up and give us that new spiritual super body. Okay? Moving on to verse 9. And I will bring forth a seed out of Jacob, of Israel. Remember to change his name to Israel. And out of Judah, an inheritor of my mountains. Woo! And my elect shall inherit it, and my servant shall draw near there. Okay? Shakya. So he's going to have 144,000 chosen elect and 1/3 who are going to be, doing the work and being in the position of government, all right, in the new kingdom. Because this kingdom is going downhill and it's going fast, okay? Other countries are separating themselves from America. They don't want to be partners with it. If you're keeping eyes on the news, you'll hear about that. I want to jump to verse 13. Therefore, thus said Yahweh, behold, my servant shall eat, but ye shall be hungry. Behold, my servant shall drink, but ye shall be thirsty. Behold, my servant shall rejoice, but ye shall be ashamed. Yeah, because we're going to have 2/3 that when this Fet Now program, turns on in 2023, they're going to run to it, right? Especially the women, the so-called Negros, Latino, American, speckled bird women, right? They're going to say, this is great, this is wonderful. Look how much money I'm making. And there's only a number, right? I mean, if you want to, before this happens, when you go to the bank and you cash in your check, why don't you ask them, what is the purchasing power of that Federal Reserve note you have in your hand, right? They're supposed to have a screen in the lobby where you can see the purchasing power. Did you know that? But they don't, because they don't want you to see how weak that paper really is. Something to think about. Slakia. I want to go to Joel. Joel, chapter 2, verse 1 and 2. Blow ye the trumpet in Zion and in Israel, and sound the alarm in my holy mountain. Let all the inhabitants of the land tremble, for the day of Yahweh comes. Woo! And aren't we doing that now in the highways and byways as a living sacrifice? Right? For it is night at hand. Right? It's near at hand. Verse 2. A day of darknesses and of gloominess. A day of clouds and of thick darknesses. As the morning spreads upon the mountains, a great people and a strong, there hath not been ever. The like neither shall be any more after it, even to the years of many generations. It's going to get ugly, okay? And when that happens, rest assured that when they make it mandatory that you have to, right, take the Fet Now, right, and they start closing down the banks where you can't get money out if you don't consent, rest assured that right behind when that happens, they're going to make mandatory also the MOTB, right, the mark of that beast. Verse, verse 3, a fire devour before them, and behind them a flame burns. The land is as the Garden of Eden before. Then, as behind them, a desolate wilderness yet, and nothing shall escape them. Yeah, 2/3, man. You are not really looking at the big picture, right? Or what's to come. But that's happening to you because of your stiff neck. Harden you have hardened your heart towards Yahweh Shin Yahweh Shai. Okay. Moving along to okay, give me a minute. Jeremiah. Jeremiah chapter 4, verse 5. Declare ye in Judah, and publish in Jerusalem, and say, blow ye the trumpet in the land. Cry, gather together, and say, assemble yourselves, and let us go into the defense city. Right? And this, in our time right now, is the sanctuary. And what's the sanctuary that we go to? In the name of Yahweh Shin Yahweh Shai. Okay? Going to, while you two-thirds are going to be running to the Edomites for all things. When that happens, we're going to be running in the opposite direction. No, they won't be able to catch all of us. Only some of us. And that's because it is Yahweh Ba'ashin Yahweh Shai that decides who has to be tested. Okay? And who he will give to be caught. It's not a bad thing, it's a good thing. It is what it is. Hosea chapter 8, verse 1. Set the trumpet to thy mouth, he shall come as an eagle against the house of Yahweh, because they have transgressed my covenant and trespassed against my law. Yeah, you two-thirds, you still celebrating to this day, 2022, right? After the first shutdown, you would think that would be an eye-opener, but no, you're still celebrating Halloween, right? I mean, I remember I think it was last year before they did the close down, that when they did Halloween, they had the whole parking lot, right? People would rent the whole big side of the parking lot to do their Halloween, right? Especially these churches that have these big parking lots. Well, this year, now they only close half the parking lot. Okay? And, they're still celebrating Christmas, which this year, Christmas is not going to be all that good. Prices are going up. See what Yahweh Shai is doing? All to get your attention, but you keep ignoring him, right? Okay. Verse 2, Israel shall cry unto me. Yeah. Saying, my God, we know thee. Yeah. All of a sudden now you know him. But all this time you've been doing Christmas, Halloween, Easter, right? Quoting on that Jesus, right? That the name doesn't matter. Okay. All of a sudden you're going to be calling him by his name, right? And I'm talking to, that goes for IUIC, right, Nathaniel? Okay, going to Amos, chapter 5. Let me go there. Here it goes. Chapter 5, verse 18. Woe unto you that desire the day of Yahweh. To what end is it for you? And the day of Yahweh is darkness and not light. You see? You've been giving him the finger all this time, right? Especially you so-called Negros Latinos, American speckled birds guys, right? You say you love your wife, you love your children, right? That you are going to protect them. I don't know if you've been looking into the news, but they're getting ready with these dog robots, right? And these dog robots are carrying shotguns. I just received it in my chat group, or one of the Akims that send a newsletter of that's talking about that. And then top of that, they're going to be turning loose drones, right? And the only one that's going to really be able to protect us, our wife and our children, okay, is in the name of Yahweh Shin Yahweh Shai. Okay? I want to go to Isaiah chapter 5. Give me a minute. 19, verse 19 to 20. That say, let him make speed and hasten his work, that we may see it, and let the counsel of the Holy One, right, Yahweh Shai, of Israel draw near and come, that we may know it. Woo. Verse 20. Woe unto them that call evil good and good evil, that put darknesses for light and light for darknesses, that put bitter for sweet and sweet for bitter. And what do you think they're doing or about to do with this new digital currency, FET now, right, when it's activated? And what do you think you're doing when you go after it? Right? You're going to call it good. You're going to find out it is better. Okay? Make it easier for them. Because see, what they're really doing is they want to tax the middle class and the poor, right? And not tax the corporations that have really damaged and done a lot of destroying in this planet, this earth. Right? They want to put the blame on us. In case you didn't see the big picture. So they're saying, no, we're the ones, we created the toxic and the poison, but they're the ones buying it and promoting it. So it's really dumb that we should be taxing, not us. You see how they think, how wicked they are, right? I'm going to leave it with Jeremiah. Jeremiah chapter 17, verse 12. And I'm going to have to jump around here. A glorious high throne from the beginning is the place of our sanctuary. Woo! That's right. And that name is High. Verse 13. Oh, Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, the hope of Israel. All that forsake thee shall be ashamed, and they that depart from me shall be written in the earth, because they have forsaken Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai, the fountain of living waters. Right? You want to keep running after the wisdom of this world. You so-called Negros Latinos, Native American speckled birds. Slovakia. Then we jump to verse 17. Be not a terror unto me. Thou art my hope in the days of evil. Verse 18. Let them be confounded that prosecute me. Let not me be confounded. Let them be dismayed, but let not me be dismayed. Bring upon them the day of evil, and destroy them with double destruction. Woo! That's going to be getting closer, you know. A lot of things are happening with the weather. A lot of crime rising around America, around the world, okay? And let's not forget that pipeline. They said they're going to do an investigation, and I yet have not seen any news, right? I mean, with all the technology that they have, surely they can prove, right, who did it. Now, of course, they already came out and said that America plays a big part because of what, what's his name, Sleepy Joe, have so-called predicted or said that he will do if Russia does go after Ukraine, right, with the pipelines. So I hope that this was edifying, and I want to say, Kal Halayim La Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai Bahashem Ha Rakakodash, right? In the name of Yahweh Shai, in spirit and holy and truth, and double honors to the elders of GMS, double honors to my elder Hawam, salutations to the Akim, to all the four corners of the earth in sincerity and truth, and to the wombs and children, Shalom. All right.